Hack squats are going to be used for quad emphasis squats here. The flexibility and strength, as well as the type of machine at your gym, is going to determine the setup and execution here, but I'm going to walk through some of my tips. When setting up a hack squat machine, I like to use a band, so they're reverse banded hack squats. This you can add at the top by looping around as I'm doing here. This might need to be played around with a little bit, but when adding a band at the top, this can actually assist more with the load at the bottom and make it harder in the mid-range instead of at the bottom of the squat. Another key thing here is actually going to be heel elevation. As you see here, when I squat down, my heels are lifting off of the platform here. And heel elevation is actually going to be ideal to allow us to get more knee flexion. The knee flexion will give you more quad emphasis. So you can see here that without the plates under my feet, my heels were coming off the platform a bit, which limited my ankle mobility and my ability to get lower to the ground and really close that gap between your hamstrings and calf. So here I'm adding plate underneath my heels, and you can see that I have better stability and more knee flexion to bring the hamstrings and calves together. So if you have the chance to do that too, that would be ideal and best for your setup, but you'll definitely might have to play around with how you could do that based on how your platform is set up. So with the quad focused hack squats, they're going to be, like I said, mostly knee flexion. So we want to think about bending at the knee as much as possible. Your toes are going to be angled out slightly for good knee flexion, and then your core is going to be engaged, and you're going to think about dropping straight down. So you don't want your feet placed too high in the platform here. You want to think about it almost like a squat motion, but you have the stability of the backing here, and really think about closing the gap between the hamstrings and the calves. My last tip here, you do want to make sure you go nice and slow and controlled on the way down, so you should be following the RPE as prescribed in the move, but these are really great for targeting those quads, and I love them here.